hop, skip, and a jump from musicologist.
Wow. Wow. All those in one. That's great. I got to add that to my resume now.
Yeah.
So let's talk about you now. So your Angel I'm Frightened, not EPs of sorts, because you put out side A and
Hmm.
you're putting out side B, and it's going to be a full length album. What's the story
Yes.
there?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a full length album that I decided to split in two for the release, because it's my debut, and because while performing the record, and I performed it for well over a year before scheduling the release, um, I realized, like, in the way I was building the show, I was building like a pretty like call and response kind of doubling reflective show that was very dependent on duality, on there being one side that pushes against the other. And it I at first had the record aligned to sort of present the whole piece side by side, with the two sides in a different order, and all kind of like mixed in. And it dawned on me after a show one night that they should actually be separated, and I should let the extremes live. And it's worked really well. It helped, I think, present side A as like one whole feeling, and side B is a different feeling, and they push and pull against each other. So yeah, it's a full length LP that is coming out in two sides, and it's been a long time in the making for me.
And you didn't plan to do it. I mean, you didn't like write it down in stone that this is how I'm going to put out this album. It just kind of just came to you as you were performing it. Is that right?
Yeah, I thought I knew what the order was, but I hadn't committed yet to a release schedule. And but I had already been performing it. I mean, I've been performing with my band, with the same band, um, this essentially this record in full since September of 2017.
Wow.
So yeah, the music was still being like recorded and finalized then, but it's been a body of work for a very long time. And I love set lists. Like I love writing set lists. I love thinking about like the curation of the experience of a show. And once we hit our stride with the show, it made me really like reconsider actually what the stride of the record was. It was interesting. I learned a lot from performing it about how to present the music. Yeah, and then I made like a total left turn and made like a very different decision about how I would schedule it and how would present it. And my manager was there for sort of that amalgamation, and I think was really excited about that change. And it really lit a fire under us to start scheduling it, and then we did.